Hey, this is Derek, and this is a quick preview of how I'm using Zoom Transcripts and Airtable to better access my user research. I've been running into a problem where I'm trying to remember all the different times that users said something about a given issue that came up. And sometimes I'll take very good notes on a particular issue, and sometimes just because I'm listening to somebody or I didn't think it was significant at the time, my notes are a little bit more sketchy. What I've done is gone back to the Zoom recordings that I've seen and looked at the audio transcripts and downloaded it as a what is it, a VTM file, or VTT file, which gives me a big long text scroll, which is sort of useful, but it doesn't give me, it's not very searchable across multiple conversations. And it's kind of formatted poorly for me to be able to figure out who is speaking when in what conversation and reference that material easily. So what I did was I pulled it into a Google spreadsheet where I pasted the conversation in column B here, and then I used a formula to strip out any irrelevant data, timestamps and confidence stamps and all this other machine-readable stuff that isn't really useful for humans. And then I pulled it over into a spreadsheet so that I could filter by the landscape that was speaking, or the date that something was happening, or the person who was speaking. And I got to that by doing a bit of language processing again. Here, I'll scroll down. To a new point here. Hopefully this shows. Yeah, and so I'll look at the first character and say, okay, if the first character is M, so-and-so is speaking. If the first characters are DE, it's me speaking, and went down the line. And the result was this Google spreadsheet, which I then pulled into Airtable, which is where I have the rest of my conversations, my notes, in a little bit more of a processed variety. And then say I want to highlight anytime users are talking about costs that they're facing. I can just type in cost and scroll up and down. So here, here we're talking about spatial analysis, and one of my users is saying, hey, we can start interpreting results from satellite imagery, but it's very costly. And then I can look at the context around all this and understand a little bit more. Oh, yeah, it's costly to take more time, blah, blah, blah. So using this method, I can go back to, dozens and dozens of hours of conversation with our various users and find times that people have said something and look at the context. And then, because Zoom transcripts are only about 80% accurate on the best of days, I can click on these links and go back to the original Zoom conversations and see a little bit more. So this method is proving to be pretty useful for me to discover what it is that I heard users saying a while ago. Maybe not with 100% accuracy, but enough where I can search around and maybe discover stuff that I forgot or didn't capture fully the first time that I started taking notes. Okay, that's it.